Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I am so excited to be here with you. And I want to talk to you about one thing that you can do that will change the rest of your life. Just one thing. Do you know what it is? It is your mornings. Now, you might think, oh, I'm not a morning person. Well, you can pick what time your morning is, okay? But I am going to tell you that it is proven that successful people across the board will say that they own their mornings and they take advantage of their mornings, that they utilize their mornings. So, a number of years ago, I decided to put that to a test for myself, to a test. I was going to go check it out and see if it worked for me. And I decided that I was going to create a morning routine and that this morning routine would determine whether or not owning my mornings would make a difference. And so I began doing that. Now I need to tell you, when I started doing that, it wasn't like I just had tons of free time or that everything was perfect. In fact, I'll tell you, it was the complete opposite. I had lots of stuff going on, lots of crazy things that were happening. I had lots of children. Well, I have lots of children, but I had lots of children still living at home. And there was busyness in my life from people that were in my life that were dealing with some different sicknesses or challenges, to the raising of children, and then just the everyday things of business and life and coaching people and pastoring. There was so much going on. And yet I often felt like kind of like I was swimming uphill. When I made the decision, I heard somebody tell me who I really respect. They said, "You need a morning routine." And I thought, ugh, I don't want a morning routine. You need to get up a little bit earlier. And I went, ugh, I don't want to get up. I like being able to sleep in a little bit later. Sleep is a precious commodity to me. But I decided I was going to listen to them and I was going to begin to set my alarm a little bit earlier. And so I did. I started setting it for 7 and then for 6 and then for 5. And I need to tell you, it doesn't happen every single day. There are mornings that it just doesn't happen. But you know what my biggest challenge was? I used to feel so guilty and I would condemn myself for the mornings that it didn't work. And it would just diffuse me and I'd quit. Well, then I heard Gloria Copeland say this, and she is a woman minister. When she decided, well, she had help in that deciding, when she heard from heaven that she should be getting up and spending some time in prayer and in really personal and self development for herself and praying for her family and things, that when she first started, she would fall asleep. She'd get up and then she'd go to move to wherever she was going to move to do whatever she was going to do, and she'd fall asleep. And then she felt so guilty about it afterwards. And that she really just had an impression upon her heart that God was telling her, don't feel bad. Be proud of yourself that you got up and that you did it. There are so many that wouldn't do it. So the long story short there for her was this: a year later, she finally had it, the habit was created, and she was getting up every morning. But you know what? On those mornings when she didn't get up, do you know what she did? She said, "There's always tomorrow," and didn't beat herself up about it. So I took that to heart and I realized, oh, hello, Riel. Good to have you here. So she realized, or I realized, sorry, now talking about me, that I could do that same thing. I could set my alarm and I could get up. And if it didn't work, yes, Riel, there's always tomorrow. Riel, just put that in the comments. And I began to forgive myself and to give myself permission to rise up and try again. Now, I'm the type of person that I like a checklist. I like a checklist. I like a checklist. I need to have something. So I put together a morning routine and I split it into three different areas. I split it into spiritual, I split it into mindfulness or educational, and I split it into physical. And I played around with it. And honestly, for me, as much as I always would just love to get up and just go into a place of solitude, I'll fall back to sleep. So I have to get up and do something physical, take a walk, uh, whatever it is, do a Pilates class. But I found that I could be exercising, I could take a walk, and I could listen to an inspirational message at the same time. I found that I could be making my breakfast shake and getting my stuff ready for the morning, and I could be listening to an audiobook at the same time. All of a sudden, my morning routine was no more complicated and convoluted, where I felt like, oh, if I didn't spend an hour doing all this stuff, 20 minutes on mental, 20 minutes on spiritual, 20 minutes on education, 20 minutes that I would start feeling so overwhelmed and like, oh, I'm a failure. It was like, you know what? Make numerous routines. I know it might sound silly, but this will create success habits in you. So I have my hour-long morning routine. But you know what? I have a 15-minute routine for those mornings that don't go as planned. And it might not be that I don't get up out of bed. Have you ever had a morning that doesn't go as planned? The dog throws up, maybe a kid throws up, maybe something happens. Maybe the fire alarm goes off and hopefully there's no real major fire, but life happens. Come on. And we have to be able to bend and weave and adjust. So, a morning routine is one thing that will change your life forever, because you will get up and you will start your day investing in yourself. And I like to say it this way: I start my day with God and I start my day with me. And I get myself in the right headspace and heart space that I need to for the rest of the day, that I have time to get quiet and listen, as well as talk, as well as write. It is said, and it is so true, that prayer is when we talk to God. Reflecting is when we listen to God. And we can begin to get our life lined out, our day lined out. And then when things don't go as planned, it's okay. We can bend and weave. We're in a better headspace to deal with it. Professional people, successful people across the board say the morning routine changed their life. So I want to challenge you today. I want to challenge you to get a morning routine and make it simple. Hey, Cordell, start the day with God. I love this. Yes. Start the day honing in with heaven. Start it with God and let Him direct your day. You know who the best motivational speaker in the world is? Heaven. God has your back. Create that morning routine. I have a sample of one at my website that you can go to, which is purposewithpamela.com. You can come and see me there and get a sample so that you can make it your own. Or after we're done here, I'll go back and I'll put a link in for you if you want your own. Hello, Andrew. I will reach out to you when we're done here. It's good to see you. I love you guys. Own your mornings. Make them your own, because you won't get this day back again. And this one decision will change your life. I would like to ask you to do me a favor. Would you please like this today? Push that like button. Would you subscribe And would you share? Because we're sending a message out to the world that says these type of things, these type of YouTube sessions are needed. I need this knowledge. The world needs this knowledge. And you're also sharing it with others who need to hear it as well as we all do, right? So as we sign off today, I want to be sensitive to everybody's time. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, you have a purpose by design. Go out there and make the difference. Be the salt and be the light everywhere you go. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye.